Hello people, this is me DJ Mimi. Yeah, it's been a while. Seems like a while, a lot longer than that. This is my new flat I'm in. I had to move because of, well, not particularly any bad reasons, but I moved anyway, cheaper and that. And obviously new Radio HQ as far as my living place. And the reason I haven't been on radio yet is because I'm just waiting for the broadband to kick in. Now normally if you transfer from one flat to another or one home to another, it takes about a week. Now I found out through a couple of phone calls the last couple of days through Sky, I phoned them up and I missed the calls. It's the fact that I looked down on the wall just behind me and there was actually a phone socket, because originally when I phoned them up before I moved, and I wanted it just, you know, the net switched off before the new tenant, because there's actually someone was going to come in after me. I didn't really say, oh, there's no line. I thought, hey, no line, didn't make any sense. Come here, looked at there's actually a socket on the wall for a phone line, nothing particularly, you know, you can't run the net for it. Then I wrote a phone up, and I rung up, was it Friday, and I thought, well, I want to find out what will be involved when an engineer comes round. Basically, they said like somebody like Virgin would have been on the net, on the service, and cut the wires. So basically, there's going to be a new box on the wall, and and of course like a phone engineer. There's usually a huge like a green box on the spot not on the pavement but outside somewhere. So that's got to be dealt with. So somebody cut the wires, or a professional cut the wires, so you get no signal or whatever the technical term is. So that's the reason why I've not been on the radio. Of course, I'm on the phone on the net, which is okay. But I've learned from experience from previous phones and actually broadcasting at Castle House at the beginning of the year when I tried doing outside broadcast with my phone, with my iPhone 4S. That my iPhone 4S isn't particularly good at streaming continuously. It drops like a stone up and down when I'm on the net generally. For emails and stuff, it's not a problem. But for uploading, it's not too bad. So that's why I'm doing the video. So I can upload it, because I've got my phone connected to the internet at the moment, tethering from my laptop. That's why I'm able to put stuff on the net. And but a few things have been going on. The projectiles are back doing practice sessions. There's been a bit of a break, and the Carl's been ill here and there, not much. The drummer, that is. And we actually found out, because Carl's got a Samsung 5S, posh kit. We found out the actual microphone's pretty good. I thought, okay, we didn't expect that. So the last couple of sessions we did, which was actually 2, we actually recorded on video. I cut them up so there's actually, you know, they're tight because we've been going for a while now, actually practicing and getting it right. So Superstitious up on his channel as a practice, basically as tight as it's ever going to be. Might be a few changes here and there. Got about 9 songs we recorded. The Superstition's kind of the best one. Well, they're all tight, but you know, there's always going to be things slower or faster. Obviously moved, and good gentleman van removals. I'll tell you what, there's 4 of us moving stuff between one flat and another. It took nearly 2.5 hours, I think, between 4 of us. There's about 50 boxes. Well, actually, I don't know if there's 50 boxes, but it was a lot. And I was knackered after that. And I went back to work the day after. No, I had 2 days off work, Tuesday and Wednesday last week. And yeah, so a lot been going on, settling down, getting stuff sorted out, so all clean. And I will be having guests, of course. Black Dog I've offered again. Got to know where that happens. But there's room for guests. I've got my micro mix now set up because I sold a few things. So I'll be using this from now on for broadcasts. I did use this on 2 broadcasts before I moved. I use this for my bass as well, for like just playing through. But I use that for the radio broadcast. You can obviously put about, what was it, 8 microphones in that, so you can have guests up with microphones. I've got 2 microphones and microphone stands. So yeah, so I got a lot of music as well, which I won't be doing on this particular video because I've got nothing particularly on me, with a lot of pad and stuff. But I got a new Nike Lunch album, got a new Money Sorry single. I got a few things anyway. Things have been building up because I haven't been playing anything. And I am, oh yeah, and the first guest I'm having on, if he comes, I'm not quite, hopefully he will, unless it does turn up, is Dr. Jess, the guitarist of Dog Food. He wanted to come up on the 14th, which is actually the day I get activated, I think, with my broadband. So this is Sunday, so the next week following. So a few things are happening on radio, they always are. I'm going to try and get to gigs, but the one thing I actually discovered going to gigs, I've only been to 1 this year rather than 5 last year. We went to the see fracture gig launch among the echoes on I said before in previous videos. But the one thing really that's now really a bit of a pain, as a lot of people may know, when you travel on train, especially from Birmingham, if you want to come back to Banbury from Birmingham, the last is 10:30. I thought that's really early for a city. I think Lampton Spa's midnight, and I think Chris Oakes told me, because I was like going to go to Oxford for a gig a few weeks ago, but I thought, well, is it going to be, you know, early? And I think the last one was 1:45 from Oxford, so I don't know why it's so early from Birmingham for. That's the reason why I'm going to go to gigs for a while, because it's just basically coming back. And I haven't really got the money at the moment for hotel bills, because the only reason I stay in hotels is because I can't get a train back that late. So because a lot of the gigs at the Flapper in London have been up to about 1 o'clock in the morning if you stay over and have drinks and stuff. So like between 10 AM and 1, you know, and like no trains, no public transport at all, really. So that's been the main issue on sort of. It's always been the issue with gigs, like with me, with going to gigs, no matter what. Because I remember going to drum and bass gigs in Oxford about 10 years ago, and the 6 of us got a taxi back because there's no trains. It's just really irritating, and you got to. I don't mind spending money as long as I got it, but obviously, you know, got a budget. And talking of budgets, a lot of people on YouTube are using Patreon, which is what Chris Pirelli uses. I think Sean from Zanar's Iraq is going to start to use. It's basically, if you're using YouTube and you've been having revenue of a certain description or a certain amount, and I know from a lot of YouTubers I've seen on videos of the last 6 months, YouTube is owned by Google, and like a lot of people aren't moaning about it, they're trying to find ways of changing it around so they don't have all that set, because obviously a lot of people are over 1 million subscribers, whatever, they can handle it. If you're not, then it's different. Like me, I'm small numbers, so I'm not particularly bothered about it specifically, but it'd be nice to get bigger. Obviously it takes more time. So I've got a blog up, so if you go to djreeman.blogspot.com, I've got an idea, a rough plan of what the Patreon, because obviously pledges, you know, you spend £5, you get this every month, or this every month, or you know, you get radio sounds, get music. I'm trying to plan it out. I've done a rough idea, so if you go to www.djreeman.blogspot.com, I'll put the link below in the description so you can have a look at I'll put the actual blog link, not just the blog in general. So there's a Patreon campaign I'm going to set up. I was thinking about it for ages. There's loads of websites you can go to, Indiegogo, Kickstarter, Indiegogo, that kind of thing. But the thing is, they're all like a certain time span. You know, 30 minutes, 30 days, usually a month or longer. You can expand it. But Patreon is ongoing every month. There's more sites than that, but I thought I'd just try it. And I got to set up my profile on Patreon. I did open a register, and I've just got to figure out a way of the levels. So if you want to, I'll put my Facebook link below as well. If you want to comment or PM me about an idea of actually what you want to see on there, because I've got my the main things I do are radio shows and the stuff on YouTube, and the stuff I can give away without any problems is interviews. I can give them. Obviously I can do other stuff, but I've got to get permission from artists to do certain things. Obviously the three main areas, directors of finance, are going to be obviously me, because it takes time paying bills. Musical radio, or I stream on, will get a cut because I'm using their stream, and then on profit. And the bands will get a cut because, say for example, if I put £30, oh, you get a compilation plus t-shirt, whatever. They will get money because I'm actually sending the music out to somebody, so they will get money for that. So that's kind of the idea I'm looking at, because I don't create everything. I do a live stream every week. I do a podcast, because you'll get. I might get an idea, like the highest level, we'll say £80 or £100. You get all the monthly podcasts or live streams, or you basically get the whole thing uncut. Normally with podcasts, not really uncut. But you know, you get the whole thing, so that includes all the music. So obviously that's not all my stuff. So, but this is like not really into the future, but I want to sort things out so I get little, because you know, I wouldn't mind getting a bit more work, and obviously radio and video don't pay. It's obviously just a hobby, but obviously it takes time to do. Obviously I'm doing these videos, I'm doing a bit more now. I'm trying to rework things a little bit. So if you want to find out more, or want to request something, or radio wise or something, it's DJ Reeman DJ for asking me something like that, or give me an idea for a Patreon request or something like that. It's djreemanuk@gmail.com. Many thanks for watching, and this is the update.